Barker, Happy Man, 13 tracks, 52 minutes, the debut album under this moniker from Nick Barker after his stint with the Reptiles. Though some singles from this, confusingly, were simply attributed to Nick Barker, so it's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
Released 1994 via Mushroom Records, produced by Richard Pleasance of Boom Crash Opera. 3 singles were released in Heard So Much About You, I Learned It All From You, and Time Bomb. The last single being the most successful, reaching number 20 on the Triple J Hottest 100 for 1994. Jimmy's back for this one. We've decided to give this one a review in honour of its 25th anniversary. Over to you, my friend.
Thank you very much. Yes, Nick Barker, Happy Man. I would class this album as rock pop. Yeah?
Radio friendly rock.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, it's a bit different to what we would usually review on the show, but I think that it stacks up with any type of softer type album.
Yeah, but there's more than enough crossover on this.
Yeah.
Some ballsy riffs on this.
Plenty of rock.
Yeah.
Time Bomb. That is a classic opening song. It's so catchy. There's hooks galore on it. And an interesting thing about it, which we only just sort of picked up on, was when I did the interview with Nick, he was saying how in the middle section of the song, because he recorded all the vocals outside under a tree, and there's cockies that are chirping away at the end of the middle part of the song. If you listen real hard, you can hear them. And I didn't know until he told me. And I listened and you can hear him. And then you heard him as well.
Yeah, it's there.
Very cool. Tim Henwood from Palace of the King played on this.
Yep.
And Venom from Electric Mary. So that's pretty cool. And obviously they've come a long way since then too, 25 years ago.
Everyone's
Tim
been
Henwood
around for
was
a while.
like 14 or something on it. World to Peach, another catchy song. Great chorus. That then goes into Heard So Much About You, which is a cracking song. It's danceable, but it's hard enough to keep the rock fans happy. So 3 songs in, and they're 3 killer songs.
That's why all the singles, I think.
Yeah. Eyes Go Blind, beautifully written song, lyrically brilliant as well. Station, there's a song called Station on here. To my ears, it's got a bit of a Rolling Stones feel to it.
Well, he said he's a Stones man in the interview he did with you, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Great lyrics and melody again. Whose Side Are You On? That's almost my favourite song on the album.
It's catchy as fuck.
Really catchy, big chorus. The guitars are fantastic on this album.
They are very good. I was actually drawing comparisons to a cross between sort of Horsehead and Electric Mary.
Yeah, because when they let them go, they're full on.
Yep.
Almost metal, but not
Some
quite.
of the solos are fantastic.
Yeah. Happy Man is Nick's own favourite song on this album. A dark, brooding sort of song. It's great. It's simple, but the lyrics and the story are fantastic. It's really well done. Action Jackson, Let Down, and Through the Wire. All really catchy songs. Yeah. And like I said, what I love about the guitars on the album is when they let loose, they really roar. And some fantastic solos on there. Finishes with a song called Elevator Man, which is a laid-back acoustic ballad.
Yep.
Which I really like. It's got banjo in it and mandolin and all sorts of stuff.
That's cool.
He did tell me who did the piano on this album, and I can't remember. It was Matt.
He had
somebody.
Matthew Hayden on keys.
That's it.
There we go.
Matt Hayden. So yes, look, I think this is a fantastic album. 25 years old, still stands up today, and of course he's doing the gig at the Spotted Mallard. Yeah. I give this a 10 out of 10. It's one of my favourite sort of singer-songwriter rock albums that I've heard. It's fantastic.
Now, while this has obviously got a bit more of a commercial radio appeal, it was a Triple J darling at the time and all that sort of stuff, there's still plenty of rock on this, so don't let the softer side of this put you off, because it's a fucking great listen. For me, it's a really good collection of well-written, diverse songs. No two songs are alike on this. They all fit, but they're not alike. The lineup of Nick on guitar and vocal, Matt Hayden on keys, Venom Brown on drums, Tim Henwood on guitar, and Anthony Ragg on bass does not disappoint. There's still a lineup and the performances match that. But Nick's storyteller vibe and his vocal is really well done, and it suits this music perfectly.
Yeah.
And as I said, the writing is really diverse on this. It goes through some pretty ballsy riffs and rhythms to ballads, and then you've got this alive, a really vibey kind of thing, and it's emotion-based stuff in there as well. Each and every song is really well written, and combined, it fits together really nice. The performances and the writing are all really well honed. It's like it's lean and crisp. There's no filler or fat on this record at all.
No.
For mine, the lyrics were a major highlight.
He's great lyric.
There are some incredibly compelling and deep stories being told on this. So well written across the board. I don't know how long the lyrical side of it was worked on, behind the scenes before I went to the studio on that, but you can tell he's really come back after his hiatus and the end of the Reptiles with something to say and wanted to do it his own way.
Yeah.
It's really well done. And whatever Richard Pleasance got paid to produce this record probably wasn't enough.
Fantastic.
This has held up extremely well. It still sounds fresh and vibrant today.
Yeah.
The rawness of the group has been captured really well and allowed the emotion in the collection of songs to really shine through. It's got great tones, great mix, great use of depth and space. There is some fantastic panning on this record, which is fantastic. The old adage of, records not being able to be, well produced in Australia is bullshit. Listen to this one and you'll see why. It's so well mixed and layered. I love where the vocals and the keys in particular sat on this record.
Yeah.
The vocals just sit just right in the mix. They come forward and back as they're required in the songs, and the keys just sort of splashing over the top. It's really warm. It's really inviting. It's a really easy and good listen to take in just sonically for your ears. As far as the album goes, it flies by. It's a little bit on the longer side, being over 50 minutes.
Yeah.
But it takes you on a journey. It's got all the peaks and troughs that you like to go on about.
Musical journey, Andrew. Musical journey.
But the album dynamics give you those peaks and troughs really nicely. It opens and closes really well with the ballsy song at the start, and then it closes with a nice soft one. But you can go back on repeat listen, and I did it like 5 or 6 times in a row with no drama at all for mine. The attention to detail was fantastic.
Yep.
If you like old school rock done really well, this is worth checking out. This one has a knack of staying with you, and there are some fantastic hooks, which you mentioned as well. It's not for metalheads, so if you want thrash and Anthrax and Slayer and stuff, fuck off. You're not going to get that here. But if you want one that has storytelling, melody, and an album that will take you on a journey, this is for you. There are no dud tracks on this record, and I reckon the fact that Matchbox 20 did so well here, but Nick Barker hasn't been shown the same level of support in this country is an indictment on this industry here, because there's a definite crossover of market appeal between those two bands for mine. So how Nick didn't get a push when everyone was plugging the fuck out of Matchbox 20, fucked if I know why that happened.
Way better than Matchbox 20.
Oh yeah, a lot better. I would easily rate this much, much higher than Matchbox 20. I'm guilty of overlooking this one. The fact this record came out when it did and still stands the test of time is an amazing accomplishment. If you like Oz rock, get on this if it passed you by. This one gets better and better the more I spin it. 9 out of 10 from me. Time Bomb, Happy Man, World's a Peach, Elevator Man, and Something for Luck were my standouts.
And the gig?
The gig is Friday, March 15th at the Spotted Mallard.
Yes. Come down because he's playing the whole album.
Not in order.
No, not in order. He's playing the whole album and then some other bits and pieces as well, apparently.
But then he wants to put these songs to bed afterwards, so it's all said and done after this. So get down to that gig. It will not disappoint because Nick is fantastic live, having seen it in person myself. Fucking great. The band he's got together now is fantastic. Awesome. Well, Nala loses a shit on the armchair.
I was about to fall off the couch.
Anyway, check it out for yourselves. Let us know what you think. Alright.
Let me check my hair. What did Nick Barker said? Goes, you got a bit of a Robert Plant thing going on. and then Josie said, you look like Brad Maher, but on a mega diet.
I maybe not release that part.
Hello.
Oh, fuck. Alright, shall we?
Yeah, do you want me to count it in?
If you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable.
You going to talk? Good.
Yeah, I'll go first.
3, 2, 1.